Well, November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and the Nebraska Cancer Coalition is working to increase awareness of the importance of lung cancer screening. Now, lung cancer is the leading cancer killer in Nebraska, and our state ranks 33rd in screening rates. So, we're here joined by Tamara Robinson. She's the program director with the Nebraska Cancer Coalition. So, Tamara, tell us about the work that Nebraska Cancer Coalition does.
Absolutely. Ellen. So the Nebraska Cancer Coalition is a statewide nonprofit that really works with partners across our state to develop and put together some education and awareness for folks. And the reason why we do that is that we know that 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. And unfortunately, cancer has now become the leading killer in the state of Nebraska. It's surpassed heart disease, I think, a few years back. So it is vitally important that we get this information out. And we're really working to increase screening and early detection of cancer in our state. We do that through our different community outreach, or we have other education that we provide. And we do that in numerous different ways by working with partners and really to provide a neutral voice across our state to bring people together, connect them, to strengthen resources for its early detection, screening, and overall just quality of life for the survivors in our state. And that really does take a neutral voice to bring those partners together and provide that information to our communities. And our goal is to reach across all 93 counties in our state and make sure that we are educating Nebraskans from all areas of our state about cancer, because there are disparities that exist in our state. And we want to make sure that we are reaching into, whether it is a rural community where we know we see decreased screenings of different cancers, including lung, or reaching into, we have Hispanic Latino populations that we see the same, African American populations. There's a lot of different disparities with cancer that affect folks in the state of Nebraska that we are really working to, get to and just bring that education and awareness to them so that they can get in there and get screened.
Okay. Now let's talk about why the Cancer Coalition chose to focus on lung cancer.
Absolutely. So every 2 seconds, someone is diagnosed with lung cancer in America. So, I mean, that is just a staggering statistic itself to think about. And with that, we rank, like you said before, 33rd. And the other statistic that is not a great one that's important to know, is that right now in 2023, when we look at those who came in to get screened for lung cancer, only 3.7% of people in Nebraska who were high risk got screened in 2023. So that is not a great number at all. When you look at that, that leaves a lot of people who are not being screened. So to help with some of that, as I mentioned, we have public awareness campaigns that we've developed. And for lung, we put together, it's called Breathe Easy, Get Screened. It is our campaign for the month of November, because it is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, to help provide education and resources to our partners to get that out, the message out there, to educate people about lung cancer, signs and symptoms, but also to educate them about lung cancer screening. And lung cancer screening, one of the reasons why we see such a low rate with it is because it is really confusing. When we look at our other cancers, we think about breast or colorectal, those cancers, there is an age that no matter what, for breast, it's 40, you get your mammogram. For colorectal, it's 45, you go get your screening done. With lung, there is an age range of 50 to 80, but then there's additional parameters that go around it, around smoking pack history, about how long you've been smoking or when you've quit. So it's confusing. And that confusion we can see, leads to this low screening rate. So that's why we are worked with our partners and to really help develop these materials to get that message out there. Again, that Breathe Easy, Get Screened, for people to go talk with their providers, ask the questions to see if they're eligible, and to go ahead and get that lung cancer screening done. Because when we can detect cancer early, we have a much greater chance of, treating it. And ultimately, it can save people's lives for them to do this. That way they can be around to be with their family and to have, a longer life.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of the places that people can go or where they can find more information.
So as part of the public info that we developed, we actually have a page on our website. So if you go to www.necancer.org/lung cancer, we have a public info page for community members or for just folks out there to check out. Just talks about the lung cancer screening guidelines. It will tell you a little bit about some of the statistics that we talked about. And then also will actually tell you about signs and symptoms of lung cancer, just for people to increase that awareness. And the other thing that we did with that is we also developed, that page has also been translated into Spanish as well. So there is both an English and Spanish version available for folks to check out. So, and then with that page, they can do that. Or like I said, we've worked with partners where there's also lots of other materials or doing interviews like this with you guys to help get that word out, to get more people aware.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you so much, Tamara, for joining us and giving us more information on this kind of confusing cancer, to be honest.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. That's Tamara Robinson. She's program director with the Nebraska Cancer Coalition. We talked about lung cancer awareness and what they're doing to help increase the awareness of the importance of getting lung cancer screening. Because, of course, November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. I'm Ellen Simmons on the Rural Radio Network.